And some of the TV typers out there are blogging that once Skydance gets CBS, the new owner's desire to please Trump could put pressure on late-night host and frequent Trump critic Stephen Colbert.
Let's talk about Colbert, because it was just recently announced that his show is going to be canceled, which is interesting timing, to say the least. So this is from the Los Angeles Times. CBS to end Late Show with Stephen Colbert next year. So he's got a whole year of shows that he can do. I saw somebody joking, and it made me laugh, that, ooh, they just gave Stephen Colbert a green light for a year to say whatever he wants, as if he's going to come out and say anything controversial or brave. He's Stephen Colbert. Come on. CBS said it is canceling The Late Show with Stephen Colbert at the end of the television season in May. A casualty of industry changes have dealt a crippling blow to advertising revenue. Colbert announced the news to his audience during a live taping in New York. Quote, "This is purely a financial decision against a challenging backdrop in late night TV," which is what top CBS executives said in a statement. "It is not related in any way to the show's performance, content, or other matters happening at Paramount," end quote. Not sure if I believe them. Quote, "We consider Stephen Colbert irreplaceable." They're lying. "We are proud that Stephen called CBS home. He and the broadcast will be remembered in the pantheon of greats that graced late night television." Okay. Financial reasons, my ass, this is political. So if you're curious about this, this is the reason why they're saying that this is political, is that Stephen Colbert has been speaking out publicly against Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not a fan of that. We all know that. Donald Trump would like to shut everybody up who says bad things about him, and has actively taken measures to do that. Another reminder, this is the guy that had Julian Assange arrested. So he is no friend to free speech. Not that I'm defending Stephen Colbert. Stephen Colbert is a useless propagandist. There's no question about it. But Donald Trump definitely likes to silence people that he doesn't like and doesn't agree with. So then we have people comparing Gutfield, because everybody's freaking out because Colbert does have really good ratings, generally speaking, comparably speaking, but people are bringing up that Gutfield averaged 4 million viewers per night. People asking Grok everything still makes me laugh. So Grok, how does Gutfield Fox ratings compare to these ratings? 2.417 million does not sound like a lot. I mean, it's not really a lot, but people don't watch TV. People stream everything. So not surprising. Also, mainstream media is dying. There's no question about it, which is a fantastic thing, or it would be a fantastic thing. Huge fan of that happening. But the problem is what are they going to replace it with? And I think we all have seen that they have plans for that. And we're just going to get mainstream alternative media. It's going to be the same book with a different cover, really. But it is what it is. In the summer of 2020, Stephen Colbert aired a sketch warning people to be skeptical of vaccines and big pharma. 11 months later, Colbert was dancing for the vaccine. Goodbye, shameless show. And yes, that's for sure. I don't feel bad for him at all. He sucks. They all do. But it is certainly interesting timing with all the Trump stuff. This is Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders both came out in loud support of Stephen Colbert. She said CBS canceled Colbert's show just 3 days after Colbert called out CBS parent company Paramount for its $16 million settlement with Trump, a deal that looks like bribery. America deserves to know if his show was canceled for political reasons. Watch and share his message. And we have, I can play this for you so you can see for yourself what he had to say.
Corporation Paramount paid Donald Trump a $16 million settlement over his 60 Minutes lawsuit. As someone who has always been a proud employee of this network, I am offended. And I don't know if anything will ever repair my trust in this company. But just taking a stab at it, I'd say $16 million would help. This settlement is for a nuisance lawsuit Trump filed claiming that 60 Minutes deceptively edited their interview with then-candidate Kamala Harris last fall. Paramount knows they could have easily fought it because, in their own words, the lawsuit was completely without merit. And keep in mind, Paramount produced Transformers: Rise of the Beast. They know completely without merit. Now, unlike the payoffs from ABC and Twitter, Paramount's settlement did not include an apology. Instead, that's good. Instead, the corporation released a statement where they said, "You may take our money, but you will never take our dignity. You may, however, purchase our dignity for the low, low price of $16 million. We need the cash." Now, I believe... What can I say? What can I say? Mr. Stephen loves to dance. Now, I believe this kind of complicated financial settlement with a sitting government official has a technical name in legal circles. It's big fat bribe. Because this all comes as Paramount's owners are trying to get the Trump administration to approve the sale of our network to a new owner, Skydance. Not the music I was expecting? Okay. That was me dancing in the sky. And some of the TV typers out there are blogging that once Skydance gets CBS, the new owner's desire to please Trump could put pressure on late-night host and frequent Trump critic Stephen Colbert. Okay. But how are they going to put pressure on Stephen Colbert if they can't find him?
Oh. I used to think he was funny at one point. Did I? Was he funny at one point? I feel like he was. I feel like he was funny at one point. It's so bad. It's so bad. But there you have it. So Colbert is now losing his show. Bernie Sanders, as I mentioned, also had something to say. CBS's billionaire owners paid Trump $16 million to settle a bogus lawsuit while trying to sell the network to Skydance. Stephen Colbert, an extraordinary talent and the most popular late-night host, slams the deal. Days later, he's fired. Do I think this is coincidence? No. And it's probably not coincidence. I have a really difficult time knowing how to feel about this because I do not care about any of these people. They all suck. And this whole... And should Trump be able to silence Colbert? Of course not. Like, that's... as a free speech absolutist, that's ridiculous. But Stephen Colbert sucks so hard. Him and everybody like him. And there's just too many of them. And so I just don't care. So, but there you have it. Stephen Colbert is losing his job, his show. And we shall see how this all plays out. I definitely thought that was... watching that video of Stephen Colbert was painful. I will say that for sure. That's a tough one. I can't be alone, right? I'm not the only one who used to think he was funny, right? Because I feel dumb now for thinking he was funny ever at any point. But I really think that I did. Like the Jon Stewart days, I think maybe that I did.
Hey, what if your coffee didn't just wake you up, but actually made you feel sharp, focused, and ready for the day? That's the difference with 1775's Peaberry coffee. These beans are rare, less than 5% of all coffee grown. They're denser, naturally higher in caffeine, and packed with antioxidants. That means more mental clarity, better energy, and zero crash. Each bean grows so low, high in the Bolivian mountains, and it's hand-picked at peak ripeness. The result? A smoother, more concentrated flavor that kickstarts your metabolism without the acidity or jitters. How can they pull that off? You're still getting 1775's organic, small batch, small farm, single origin quality, just with the bean that goes above and beyond. So go to 1775coffee.com/Dore to save 15% off your order of 1775 coffee. It's coffee that actually earns its place in your morning. Hey, come see us on tour. We're going to be in Toronto, Red Bank, New Jersey, Northampton, Massachusetts, Concord, New Hampshire, Oxnard, California, Rutherford, New Jersey, New York, Edmonton, Calgary, and Vancouver. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.